We have Browns Steelers. Big news in the city. I guess we had to keep getting alerted that Shedeur Sanders is reported as the second
really,
string
really
QB
big news
for this game.
This is. I don't ever want to be alerted about who the backup quarterback is of any football team, let alone the fucking Browns. I don't give a fuck who you are. But all they're waiting for is the debut of Shedeur Sanders. I don't give a shit.
If this is not the perfect example of just like media sports propaganda, like just narratives that they're trying to push.
There's so much other shit that's happening. They're like, no.
When have you, like you said, you never want to get that alert? When have you ever gotten an alert from for a third string quarterback getting bumped up to second string?
Never.
When have you ever gotten an alert for that?
Not once.
Never
Unless it was like
your
a full depth
fucking
chart report.
Life.
Yeah.
Sure, but I'm saying it's specific. Okay, like a quarterback who was third string is now second string, and we're talking about
why
it.
Is he
it's
second
a
string?
prompt. Oh, because they traded away the 40-year-old who was second string.
All right, perfect.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
If this is, I could see if Dylan Gabriel was already 3 or 4 games in and looked like absolute shit.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's getting to the point where I'm not gonna lie, I don't care for in terms of I'm not emotionally attached to either of these players. I don't care.
No.
If Dylan Gabriel doesn't succeed, if Shedeur doesn't succeed, whether they do or they don't, cool, whatever. What I'm saying is, are we gonna keep doing this thing where we're just gonna keep talking about Shedeur as if there's not a starting quarterback for the Browns?
Well, this is a rookie starting quarterback who's starting his career. And instead we're talking about a guy who is yet to start his career because of who he is and how good he is.
But these conversations that are being had are basically like okay, all right, Browns Steelers. I don't, I can't wait for Shedeur. How do you think he'll be? Eventually. How do you feel that he's second string now? What do you think? They're not even addressing how Dylan Gabriel could perform in his second game as a starter.
He's the actual one playing football this week.
The pros and cons from last week.
How are the Steelers going to look against the Browns defense? No, it's all about Shedeur. But whether or not Shedeur plays soon or whenever, he will play this year. But it's going to be a shit show.
Maybe if Dylan Gabriel plays, he has to play pretty bad to get pulled.
But the problem is that it's the Browns, and the Browns are not going to have a good record. So kind of anything goes at that point.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. We got to stop doing this thing where we're so bad we're just gonna bench the start. We're just gonna bench the quarterback. It's not. That's not always the case. This is
how that works.
This isn't always like the Kirk Cousins thing where it's like, well, no, we suck because our quarterback sucks.
Yeah,
we got to sit Russell Wilson now.
See, but the Kirk thing was not true.
No. What do you mean?
The Falcons didn't suck because their quarterback sucked.
Oh, no, but he was
bad.
Playing pretty shitty.
He was playing
in that
horrible,
back end.
Guess what? That team sucks. Kyle Pitts.
But the Browns suck, right? The Browns, and when I'm saying the Browns suck in terms of they're the Browns. Their defense, the defense is cool. Quinshon Judkins has hope, but in terms of I don't know, just their offensive line and how much time Dylan Gabriel is going to have.
They haven't scored more than 18 points this year. They haven't scored 18 points this year.
Haven't scored 18 points this year. But I'm saying if they want to protect Shedeur so much and they love Shedeur so much and they want to see his progression in the future, they're not playing him this year. Because he's going to get exposed.
Yeah.
and he's not going to be protected worth shit.
No.
I mean, this Cleveland Browns line is not good. So I mean, we're gonna see. You saw what the fuck Joe Flacco had to deal with, and now he's going to an even worse O line in Cincinnati.
Which the fact that people are
Um,
like, oh, fantasy managers, when they see this, they're so excited. It doesn't mean shit. It could be just as bad or worse than Jake Browning. That's how bad that O line is. And now you have a guy whose knees don't really work anymore back there trying to move around. So
I guarantee you, Joe has a better game than Jake Browning had,
and he probably does,
at any
but
point this season.
the standard is nothing, and the Bengals still suck. But to the Browns and Steelers game, I'm interested in to see how well the Steelers or how good the Steelers offense is going to look against the Browns D. Steelers defense shouldn't have a hard time with the offense, but we'll see.
I literally wrote down I'd like to see Pittsburgh perform well against this defense.
But
that's the same exact thought I had.
yeah,
I want
but
to
I
see
mean,
and
if we look at games that the Browns have played against better offenses, they've done well to slow them down. I can see the Steelers getting held, but the Browns' offense isn't good enough to do anything.
what I want to see is if the Steelers are able to get shit going against this defense, then I think it shows that we're gonna have a chance of a Steelers team actually being able to compete. They're gonna be 4-1 after this if they do win this game. And it's just I don't know, like it's 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers. I'd rather see them be I if I'm gonna turn on a Steelers game with Aaron Rodgers as starting quarterback, I want it to be a good football game, a
Yep.
competitive team, a team that's gonna be worth watching for 3 hours.
Steelers.
Like I mean, do the Steelers like easily?
No.
Because I mean, there is a chance like they go full Packers mode. I mean, Packers scored 10 points against the Steelers.
Brown.
Or against the Browns,
Yeah.
excuse me, against the Browns.
Yeah, no, I mean,
They scored 10 points against the Browns.
There's definitely a possibility, but it's more of wishful thinking that the Browns defense isn't that good. Like, they're good, but like it's not good enough to hold every team to 10 points and then like barely win.
You don't
games.
you think the Steelers have a better offense than the Packers?
No, but I hope that there's an armor deficiency. Like I hope the Packers played bad that game and the Steelers will play better.
Okay. So Steelers it is.
Like the
Steelers,
Browns aren't
Steelers
going
it is.
to hold everybody to 10.
Well, no, I mean they're not going to hold everybody to 10, but they might not let Pittsburgh score more than 20, 24. But I think a good day for them is 24 points. If they can put up 24 points, if they can they can score 4 touchdowns, put up 28 against the Browns, and I'm sitting there looking at the Steelers like, all right, we got some fucking comp on the offensive side of the ball.